Howdy, how y'all doing today? You know, back when I was married to one of my wives, don't remember which one, but anyway, I come home from work one day. I'd been out all day long, and when I walked in the house, she was sitting there in the living room. She's sitting on the couch, and she's just squalling. She was all upset about something, and of course I did the thing that most men regret doing, but we feel like we have to. I asked her what's wrong. Well, she said that she needed to call a pharmacy this morning, and we've been doing business with that pharmacy for years. We knew them, just by customers and stuff. But anyway, she said she called down there and she had to let the phone ring and ring and ring and ring and ring. She said it rang over and over and over and over and over and over and over before he picked up the phone. And then when he picked up the phone, like he had an attitude. And she asked a very simple question, and she told me that he got real rude with her and said something real ugly to her, and she was just so upset she slammed the phone down. She said, "You need to go down there and talk to him. You need to go down there and straighten this out." I said, "Okay." So I go down there. I didn't want to go down there. I was tired. I wanted to stay at the house. But anyway, I go down there, and the closer I get to it, the madder I got. So I get down there and I go in the door and I walk up to the counter, and he come walking up to the counter, and I reached across there and I grabbed him by his shirt collar and I snatched him across the counter, and I said, "What the hell do you mean talking to my wife that way on the phone this morning?" He said, "Whoa, wait a minute. Let me give you my side of the story. You see, this morning, first thing right off the bat," he said, "my clock didn't go off. I was an hour late getting up. I left the house this morning with no breakfast. I was in a big hurry, and I ran out of the house. When I got to my car, I realized that I had locked my keys in the house right after I had pulled the door shut. So now I had to break a window out of my house to break into my own house to get my keys. So I get my keys, and I get in the car, and I'm in a big hurry because I'm already an hour late. Well, I got stopped, and I got a ticket, and then I get through writing up the ticket, and I sign it and all that kind of mess, and I take off again, and I get 3 blocks from the pharmacy, and I had a flat tire." So I change the flat, and by the time I get to the pharmacy, I got a line of customers outside the door waiting for me to open. Well, I open up the door, the phone is ringing when I open the door. But I got all these customers standing there, so I'm trying to wait on them and trying to get everything done. The phone's constantly ringing. It ain't quit. Just steady, ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing. And then I ran out of nickels in the cash register. So I break open a roll of nickels on the side of the cash register. Nickels go everywhere. So I get down on my hands and knees, and I'm crawling around. I'm picking up all these nickels. Well, I get them all picked up and gathered up, and I went and stand up, and I was stand up real fast, and I hit my head on the drawer that was still open, and I went back up against the wall behind me, and I hit this counter that had all these little old bottles of perfume on it, and all them bottles fell over, and over half of them busted. Now I've got all these fumes coming up, my head's bleeding, I got customers waiting, and the phone's still ringing. So I reached and grabbed the phone, and I said, "Pharmacy, can I help you?" And it's your wife. And she says, "How do I use a rectal thermometer?" And I swear to God, mister, I told her what to do with it.